good afternoon, and good evening. It's Chris Bird once again. And I appreciate you coming from no matter where you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You should be covered. I hope so. You know, I was about to go in one direction because I thought that I was going to speak about 2, 3, 4 things today. That's a lot. Oh, wait, did you see that? Yeah, I got married actually. And yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. It took a lot for me to actually even want to do that. I don't know if you've ever had relationships in the past, but not everyone is worked out, obviously. And I'm really proud of my decision of not comparing this to anything else. Just, well, simply because each woman is different. Each situation is different. And if you discredit the fact that there are differences in similar situations, you may not get what you really deserve. That goes with relationships and that goes with business. Let me give you another example. Because I run a company, Venture Business Consulting LLC, I put it together because I have the experience as an entrepreneur. I've done or tried to do my own business in the past. And well, it wasn't until I got connected again with Jay Kubasek, and hopefully you have heard me speak about that before. It just wasn't the right time at that time, you know. Fortunately, it just is what it is, or it isn't what it isn't. I had to think long and hard if I was going to put that amount of money up for me to bring my business up and learn internet marketing from people who are doing it. And that's what the Six Figure Mentors do. And I've been positioning myself like I'll step back for a minute and I'll watch what people are doing. And the successful people, I'll not so much copy it, but I'll model it. And that's exactly what they want to teach you. But everybody's showing you that. Have you ever heard of swipe files before? People are taking the successful stuff that's out there and then they're tailoring it to themselves. Like, for instance, I wear this because it looks good on me, obviously, or I think so. But I didn't make this. Yet I could still rock my clothes just the same. If it doesn't make sense to you, let me be a little bit more clear. Just because you wear a label doesn't mean that you made it, but you like to promote it. I'm pretty sure you've basically shown off a label that you've purchased, that you like that product. Well, that's what I do in business now. I don't promote people that I don't believe in. I don't promote systems that I don't believe in or that I don't use before. So I'll deal with the Six Figure Mentors, and because it's an application, they will do the vetting for me. Like, I'll do the first part of it, really it'll come down to you putting your application in. But then again, I can turn it off and not forward one of those or deny it just because it isn't a good relationship. And if it's something that I feel is going to sacrifice my relationship with them, it's just not going to be something that I want to move on. With Vince Reed, and you'll notice that I do traffic strategies with Vince Reed. All right. And because that's the strategy that I was using at one point as well, I don't have a problem saying that I've learned certain things from him too. And I will show the fact that I got a great price at a package of information that I turned over one time and it already made all my money back. And that's what happens with a very strong sales funnel. And that's what happens when you have those products to offer. So Vince Reed is a mid-tier. The Six Figure Mentors is a top tier. The highest commission they have is about $8,000 on a $20,000 product. If you actually have that money and you wanted to actually put in for yourself on a franchise, well, you know what? You're going to put a lot more in than 20,000. So you got to figure out what's best for you financially. And at that stage of the game, it really comes down to the fact that this was a disclosure video. This was a, hey, guess what? Here's the reality of what it is. You're going to be investing in yourself and the systems that are going to do the work for you. So you're going to do the initial work. And then once you have the initial work out there, you don't have to do anything else again with the work that you've already done. You just continue to do more work. When you continue to do more work, you actually have more people that come through and they decide what they want. So it's not like you're selling anything, to be honest with you. All you're doing is you're offering, hey, guess what? This is something that you can get involved in if you, number one, want to. Number two, have the money for. Because you're not going to make any money from deadbeat broke people. And deadbeat broke people are not going to be good for the SFM or Vince Reed Strategies. So you win, hands down, on every situation because you decided you were worth learning, teaching yourself how to do certain things, which become a personal investment in yourself. That being said, if you have any questions to this on a home-based business, you're thinking about a franchise that you've been investigating, you're thinking about weighing the options on capital, you might want to go ahead and just click below, get yourself an application, or contact me. As I run Venture Business Consulting, LLC, look, I will 100% not have a problem talking to you for a half hour because I do for everybody a free consultation, and that's just what it makes. It just makes it worth it. That I would basically sacrifice a half hour of my time to talk to you to see if we're even good, compatible people, or if you're even in the right mind frame. Maybe you don't have the mindset that it would take as an entrepreneur. Or maybe you do, but you don't have enough money. Or maybe you have whatever the situation is. You're more than welcome to go ahead and continue this. I would hope that you would follow me. Comment. Just because I'm creating traffic, if you comment on it, you're obviously creating traffic that I've created traffic for you, and you're continuing that traffic back and forth. So you're showing Google that, or Yahoo or YouTube, or so basically now you've just learned what creating traffic is. You're bringing people to somewhere else. It's just like a bus service. So, I'm not saying we're going to run over people with the bus, but what I will say is that it comes down to who has the best facilities for you to be able to maximize really what you want to get done. So do you want to just learn it all yourself, beat your head against a brick? Hey, you want to do. I can't stop you. But when you go and you say, how much time are you putting in? How much is your time worth? When you have your job and you say, well, I have a job. Okay. How much do you make? Oh. And how much does that break down to per day? How much does that break down to when you miss an important event? How much does that break down to if your job decides that they want to cut for the bottom line and other people get cut out of that paycheck? Have you ever had that happen? Well, in my business, the only person that's going to fire me is me. Am I going to fire myself? Probably not. Is it the smartest move? Maybe not for everybody. But if you think like I do, or you think like the SFM does, or you think like Vince Reed does, we all want to maximize our return on our investment. And what's our biggest investment? Time. If you have a bigger investment than time, I'll be more than happy to talk to you about that for any sort of conversation. But if you really don't, and you agree with me on the fact that time is your most valuable asset, I would then say, hey, guess what? Are you going to let one bad relationship mess you up from getting married again? Maybe, maybe not. I know I'm not going to let that happen to me. And obviously, you see, I didn't. You have a great afternoon. My name's Chris Bird once again, and hope you got some value from our little conversation. Bye now.